Can you hear me now? Oh, okay. Hello, Cervantes. I had to add a new, I had to add the new audio. I forgot to do that. It was still on the microphone from yesterday. So I'm going to be trying something new today. I'm going to be doing some illustrative work. So this is just a sketch I worked on quickly before stream. So what I'm going to be doing is, this is actually my style of drawing. I don't know why I haven't been drawing. Like, I've been trying to do like realistic stuff, but I feel more comfortable doing like illustrative type of work. And hey Agent, thank you. Thanks for waiting. I appreciate it. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be trying to do this same thing, just a little more polished, and has some symbolism in it. So I'm adapting an image of Karen Espinosa, if I can find it. So if you guys could see, she's from Oaxaca, and was on the cover. Oops, I shouldn't show you all my emails. Was on the cover of Vogue. It was a big deal. So I want to like maybe do some of her or like other women, because I honestly like, if I've like to draw women, so I'm gonna do that. There's other pictures of hers too I found really cool that I want to do. So less pressure to do illustrative work for me, because I'm like a perfectionist, so we'll see. I just don't like how the pencil comes through, so I'm not sure who people who use marker for illustrative work, what they use to sketch out their stuff. Maybe if I use like a yellow or like a light marker. So I had to make like a swatch here of these markers that I have by CaliArt, because what they look like on the top of the marker is not at all how the color applies to paper. And so I like messed up some artwork when I was first experimenting with these. So I'm gonna have to pay attention to that while I'm working too. Oh yeah, and I should have had this in shadow. That's okay. That's why it was a sketch. Let's see. This is gonna be pretty, I think. I'm excited. Okay, let's try a yellow marker. What's the lightest? Oh, there's Y000. That's the lightest marker. Okay. Besides the clear one. Let's see, Y001. I should have separate little containers. Oh, that's what I saved these jars for. I know I saved them for something. To separate them by color, because each cap has a color. Like this is a red base color, this is a yellow, this is a blue, this is a green. That way I don't have to look through 100 markers. I'll have to do that. I've been saving a bunch of glass jars which I was using to paint, to mix the paint water in when I do watercolor and acrylic work, but I saved too many, and it just seems like a waste because they're like mason jars and their quality, like they just had honey in them, and I cleaned them out, I washed them out, so yeah. Oh, thank you, Dr. Palacios. Yeah, this is just a sketch, so I'm gonna do more of a like refined work on the Bristol board here. But I don't know, did you see the picture of Karen Espinosa, Dr. Palacios? That's what I'm basing it off of. There's other pictures of her too I'd really love to use. So that's what I will be working on today. How are you doing? I'm scared to start sketching because like with pencil I can erase and marker I can't erase. I'm gonna see how, shoot, what am I gonna do? Because this pencil that I'm using makes like a sheen that I can see under the marker and I don't like because it doesn't look clean. I'll just try it, we'll see. And I can color over it, right? But so like what my plan is I'm gonna add imagery, personal imagery to, or I don't know, it could be for anybody, but the flowers I'm gonna include are flowers from Mexico, but some of the meaning behind the flowers, like I think this one is healing, is representative of healing, and there's one of like strength and something else, and obviously the monarch flower for transformation. So I'll be doing that. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. No problem. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good day today. You can't see it too much. That's kind of good. Until I put the like actual black lines in. That's funny. Oh no, I think it already messed it up. So I'm not entirely confident in my drawing skills yet. At least on stream. I think on stream I get really nervous. Actually, I know I get nervous. Oh no. I'm pretty good at fixing my mistakes, I just hate to see them. I already made this a lot bigger than I anticipated. That's okay. I'll fix it. Call me Fix-It Felix. Yeah, it's too big. It's a lot bigger than I want it to be. Let's start again. Part of me's like, I already drew this. Should I just keep going and fix it? I think I'll do that just as a practice, especially with the placement of the flowers, and then I will look up or figure out how to sketch it, because I want to use pencil. I don't like that I can't erase this marker. So I'm going to do that. I think that's a better idea. That sound good, Cervantes? You think that's a good idea? Let's see, so I want to use R317. Let's see, there we go. Hi Bia Gary, how are you? Thanks for joining me. I'm working on a sketch. I'm gonna do this on a different type of paper, but about the same size. I'm just sketching out how I want it to look, but I'm probably going to use the marker like this. I'm doing good. Kind of like tired still. Story of my life. Tired. Oh, I watched this thing. I saw this thing on Instagram today, and it was like all adults talk to each other is about how tired they are. I was like, that's true. I mean, at least for me. Kids will do that to you. Violet wakes up very early. She woke me up at like 3:30 this morning or 4 o'clock. And then she woke me up at 7 and was like, Mom, I'm hungry. And then I was like, have you been up this whole time? She's like, yes. So I got up and she asked for tostadas. So I made her tostadas at 7 o'clock in the morning. Yes, I'm always tired. I like wish I could wake up on my own. There are days sprinkled in here and there that I'm blessed with waking up on my own. And I feel I feel so refreshed and I'm like, oh, I slept. I wake up and I'm like, I didn't get woken up. I slept the whole night. That's nice. I'm sure it's gonna be beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Bia Gary. I appreciate that. So I don't know if you heard, but this picture's actually, let me show you if you're watching. I'm doing illustrative versions of pictures of Karen Espinosa. Oh, where'd she go? I don't know if you know. Ooh, that's a picture of me. Where's my picture of Karen? Hold on. Come on, open. Oh, there's other ones though too. Oh, because she was on the cover of Vogue. So there's other really pretty pictures of that I want to like adapt and add to, like the picture of her I'm trying to find. Oh, let's see. Gosh, what happened to it? Now I gotta look for it, because that's my reference image. I should probably save it. But, she's from Oaxaca. Let's see. Is it this one? It was. I started the wrong way. Anyways, there she is. So that's her. I love it. I have one. I'll send you later. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Luckily, the beans were made because at first I was like, I'm not making beans. Like, do you understand how long it takes? I'll have to keep some on hand all the time because that's one. She eats a lot of tostadas. Oh, so anyways, what I'm doing too is adding flowers from the region of Mexico that have meaning to me personally. So this flower represents healing, and I forgot what type of flower it is. I'll have to like write it down and remember. That's what I'm doing today. You just sent it to my phone? Okay. Hopefully it doesn't show up here. When I get stuff, like when I'm using IV Cam, do you guys see notifications? I don't like pay attention enough to the screen, so I don't see it. Tired. Let's talk about how tired we are. I wanted to take a nap yesterday too. I was so wiped out. And I kept telling the kids, okay, alright, go ahead and go play. You're fed and I've played with you. I'm gonna take a nap now. All day. Never happened. I'm wondering if I should bring some to the front too, if I should plan for that. Or just the background. I think just the background should be good. I have to plan that out another time if I decide to do that. So let's find a darker red. R218. It's hard to find the colors too because they don't always match. So I'm looking for one and I'm like, that doesn't look like anything I'm looking for. I like these markers. I just wish that there was like a better range so I could make a skin tone. There's not any for her, so I had to use color pencil. I mean, I guess I could use it. There's different shades in her. I'll have to think about it that way, like color blocking instead of... We'll see. I'll try it. On the one that's not going to be practice. Hopefully it's not too hard because I can't really draw hands, Bia Gary. That's why I mostly draw women from like the like bust up. And it's more portrait style because I need to practice that more. Okay, let's do the green. Let's try G127. Yeah, and Violet and Valentine want their artwork done. So I'll have to do that, get on it. But it's like, hey Ebola, how are you? I don't know if you want me using your real name on stream. That's why I'm calling you by your name on here. How are you? Only if you don't have airplane mode on. I don't have airplane mode. I have do not disturb mode. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with the iPhone or if it has that on Android, but there's like a do not disturb with like a moon sign. So basically at night it like mutes the phone calls and stuff. But I don't know if it still shows notifications silently on there. So what I'm doing, which I was telling everyone, I'm trying my hand at illustration. And this is just a sketch. I'm sketching out the background, the flowers I want to use. Uh, but I was like adapting portraits of Karen Espinosa, so that's what I'm doing. But I'm adding flowers from Mexico that have special meaning. So this flower in particular means healing, but also the flowers can mean growth in the background. The flower for transformation. So I'm adding like symbolism within the illustration. So I want to do more portraits of her and other like influential females. Aw, I miss Sammy too. Hi kids. So that's what I'm doing. And in my style, because I do this type of eyes and stuff. So that's what I'm going to be practicing. I'm seeing if I like the outline on this, or if I want to just leave it as is. I kind of like the outline. I don't know, we'll see. I don't know about inside. I'll just do the outside for the final. Have to remember that. I don't really care for how it looks within the illustration. I'll use the darker markers for the shadows to define the shape. Oh, love it. Yay, thank you. Thanks for giving me that idea, because I woke up this morning, or was it this morning? Was it last night? My days are a blur. Anyways, I didn't know what to do today for art. I was kind of like, gosh, what do I do? I don't. So it made me think of this, and I think I'm going to keep doing that. Let's see. Do I want to keep adding those flowers? I should have like, I think I'll do that next time. I'm going to mirror it, so I'm going to put one on each side because there's other flowers I wanted to include, but I still could put it on top. So it's going to look messy because this is my sketch. I'm just planning out how I want to do the final one. Oh, she has an earring there. I have to remember that too. Probably be out here more. I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to be doing the black lines here. I just did it and I'm not liking it, so I'll just do the outline and like the main things. Let's see, what other... I'm going to go to my reference images skills me to see what flowers I had saved that I want to use. I so wish I could draw. I wish I could draw. So I have to use pencil and sketch it out, and like it comes out all crooked and looking weird, so don't be fooled. I can't really draw that well. It just takes like a ton of like me erasing until it looks right. I want to be completely honest and transparent about that. That's why too, when I start streams, usually I try to have it sketched ahead of time because I don't like people seeing all my mistakes if they're the first time coming and looking at me like, oh, this girl doesn't know how to draw. What is this? So I try to sketch it out ahead of time just because that's something I'm really insecure about still. so I'm gonna go through my pictures that I sent myself. Yeah, there was this one too. It was really pretty. Let me open. I thought this one was cool too. These are beautiful pictures. This one was really beautiful. I might do too. I was like thinking of experimenting with watercolor and the markers for these too. So this one is not going to be vibrant. I think this would be a good watercolor one. And I don't know. It's just giving me practice. So, oh yeah, that one was really beautiful of her too. No way. I love her process and you're doing great. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I wonder if I can find... Oh, did the pictures not come through? I'm gonna have to Google them now. Stuff happens, right? Hold on. Am I in the right email? I'm signed into both my emails, so sometimes I'm like, what is this? I guess I didn't send the flowers. Yeah, and then I was like gonna do a self-portrait.
People are creative in one way or the other.
But then I like,
people feel like they have a book in them, or they have a song in them, or they have a TV show.
I could put a little bit of myself into these.
And you can sit around and talk about that all you want.
Okay, I didn't send them.
But until
they were on my phone.
Reality,
there's like so many lists. Oh, I'm out of the frame. Sorry. There's so many things that I want to do or need to do on my list. I actually should make a. This is what I used to do in high school, so I'm gonna have to start doing this. I'd make a list of things, and then I'd look at the list and prioritize them and number them, and then I'd rewrite the list, so like in order which was the highest priority, and then I'd cross them off. I think I'm gonna have to do that. But I'm like, I can't even remember to do those things or put a list together of groceries, let alone do that. The struggles. It's funny.
You know, I mean, when I was younger,
so I'm gonna
I don't know how many
up.
songs I half wrote, but never quite finished, and never finished recording, or never even started recording.
I think my iPad's getting really old because the internet keeps, or Chrome keeps crashing unless they want me to use Safari, which I'm sure that's what it is.
I'm not saying put crap out into the world, but there comes a time when
Safari works just fine.
Moving on, I think, is vital. Otherwise, you're just holding on to all of these old works. And I think if you want to grow as any sort of creative person, you need to finish things.
Hopefully I can find the... Yep. Oh, marigolds. Maybe I'll add them... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Maybe I'll add the marigolds to her... I could have made her hat a bunch of marigolds. Ah, so many options. Even though it's for grief and despair. It's a part of life. What else was I gonna add?
That cliche of art is not finished, it's abandoned. Yes, it can always be better. But you
protection and healing, Belize Sage. That's what this was, is Belize Sage.
You're just the guy talking about your art, and you're not the guy doing it. You get better by doing it, finishing it, learning from that process, and moving on to the next thing.
Oh, the yucca flower for protection, purification. I think I'm going to have to plan out better, like the flowers and how I want them on here. Should I add maybe the bird of paradise, beauty, excellence? There was other flowers I wanted to add. It wasn't just those ones. Sword lily. Oh, yucca flower. That's what I'm gonna look up and try to draw next. I need to stop trying to do like hyper realistic art because it causes too much stress for me, especially since I've been out of practice for such a long time. Like, yes, I was an art teacher, but I was trained in traditional photography and not drawing and painting. And so when I went to college, that was like where I stopped doing drawing and painting. And also, like, I went to school specifically for art education, and I should have just been an art major and got my education certificate. Like, that wasn't a good way to go. So I didn't get a whole lot of practice. Like, I took one drawing class, like one figure drawing, one painting class where we did acrylic and oil painting, and then one watercolor class. And that was like the extent of my art classes, which sucks. And then I took more photo because my emphasis was in photography, so I took a lot of darkroom photography and like learning how to read artwork and photographs, like criticism type of stuff. So that's what I have experience in. I think I'm more comfortable with deciphering the meaning of artwork before anything else, because that's just mostly what I had practice in. Let's see, how would I add this? Okay, so that is like a tan color. Let's see. Oh, that tells you what song is playing, Pretzel Rocks. Even though I'm playing it from Chrome and not the extension. That's interesting. I did not know that. Okay, so let's start with G902. Is that what number that is? Okay, let's see. If I can find it. I think I am going to do that. I'm going to separate my markers later by R, Y, G, B. Or I could use this one. I'm just deciding which color to use, because even though there's a lot of colors in here, some of these colors are close to each other and there's not like a huge range. It's weird. Like there's clusters of colors that are close together and a lot of those. But there's gaps in between those clusters. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm trying to find like a very light cream color, and the lightest I can probably find, oh, Y001, the one I was using earlier, maybe. Okay, let's try it. Maybe I shouldn't do this. I'm not going to do this part. That way I can make room for the plants I want to draw. So again, I'm just, this is just a sketch, so it's going to look weird. I'm planning things out and reworking them in my mind. Like I'm going to draw over this right now because I decided I'm not going to add that. I think that might be a good idea. Those of you that are watching Abuela's Kitchen has a Twitch now. She also has a YouTube channel where she makes things on stream, and she'll also give you the ingredients list ahead of time so that you can cook with her on stream. So that's been fun. She just started this week officially. Doing a test run, I think, on times still, but if you're interested, definitely check it out. Okay, let's leave that for now. Let's do a light brown for the center. Y26 222 R222. I don't know, let's try that. No problem. No problem. Yeah, I sent somebody the link to your channel last night too. I think that's really cool, like how you send out the ingredients ahead of time so that people can cook with you. I think that's really cool because that's like free cooking lessons. So it's cool. And then like you're making quick meals too, and by the end of the stream everybody's ready to eat, you know? And like I don't know, like everybody's eating together and experiencing it together. That's really cool. The pasta you made yesterday actually looks really good. Cervantes, does the shout out extension work? Or is that only in Streamlabs? I couldn't remember what you were saying about that. Let's see, can I try a different one? Let's do... I can't find the right color of brown that I need. The browns are very limited, like they need a wider range. Just trying to figure out what would be the closest and best option. Y423 maybe. Let's try it. I should be pulling the colors out too that I'm using. This is the first time I'm doing like a full-on piece of artwork with these markers, and so like I don't have any common sense. I should check out the markers, or at least make a note of the colors I'm using, so I don't have to go and figure this out again. That's okay. G606. should add a darker brown. My 710, let's try that one. Oh, thanks, so silly girl. I appreciate it. Thanks for the lurk. Totally free, right? It was mega delicious. Nice. I bet the like sweet peas went really well with like the saltiness of the cheese. And it's, you know what, that's really good. That was a good idea because my daughter is vegetarian and I can't I didn't grow up vegetarian, so my mind's like, how do I cook her food? Let's see. Yeah, I have no idea. So that actually, she likes pasta and she loves cheese, so I'll have to make that for her. Today, I think I'm going to be making her some squash tacos with corn and cheese. Some calabasitas, basically. Oops, I'm using the wrong. Here we go. I just have to cut them up. I have to remember to do that. I'm actually, well, darn it, I can't eat corn too much, but I like those. We got tacos a while back from a place. It was really good. They sold squash tacos or calabasitas with it. It was really good. Okay, let's leave that there now. Sounds so good. Yeah. You know, even like some green chili, I bet. Ooh, my mouth. I've been really craving tacos lately. We had some last night and I could eat more today. Have to remember to vary the line with. I don't know why I made it so cramped in there, like I had to fit it, like it can't just go off of the page. I don't want to try to be just like Frida. I know like my preferences are heavily influenced by her. But I don't want to try to be like her, so it's kind of hard to like separate those two things. still figuring out like what's my style and who I am as an artist, and that's why streaming can be really stressful, I think, because I'm not totally sure yet, and like my style's kind of inconsistent, I think. This would be all the way up. Let's see. That was G606. I need G804. Aw, thanks for the hype. I appreciate it, oh silly girl. Thank you so much. Thank you. Aw, so cute. Let me scroll up because I'm missing the... Let's see, where's it? Let me scroll up. Aw, thank you, oh silly girl. Aw, thank you. I appreciate all of that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. That was nice of you. Did my alert come on? I didn't see it. The hard thing when you do art is that like I'm trying to focus to like do it and then focus on chat, so I miss a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like every time I'm not looking at chat, something happens. That's like literally every time I'm looking down and then I look up and I'm like, oh, people are chatting. Sorry. Congratulations on winning that PlayStation, by the way. This color's not as light as I need. 401. And I think my problem is that I'm trying to be like other streams that aren't art streams. So I am feeling like I can't find my identity as a streamer because I'm trying to like look at everybody else and what they're doing and not like what fits me. And I feel like the chill stuff is more like me. Like I do have a lot of energy sometimes, but I'm more chill than I do have a lot of energy. And so like it's hard for me to be like super animated and peppy unless I'm like pretending to be a character in a video game, like when I'm reading off the script. So there's that. But I think I've got it down, like what I'm going for, and especially looking at a lot of the art streams, it's pretty consistent, like this type of chill. Like a lot of the people who do art streams don't actually really talk too much, but I love talking to you guys, so that's going to be a part of that. Did I take out the green I needed? G902. I don't think I ever took it out. I can't find it. It's gonna look yellow or not even look like what it's supposed to, watch, because I cannot find it. And so I'm looking for a green top to help me. G902, yep, told you. It's like yellow. That's alright. It's like very heavy yellow. I have to remember these markers also build up and not to do the darkest color right away, which was the issue I was having before. I should probably practice on another sheet of paper before I start doing stuff like I'm doing now, but it's already too late. Like just a scrap, you know, where I'm like, oh, this is this color against this color. Anyway. So I want her to be like in a garden too. She's so bright and like full of life and glowing like the sun, you know? Let's see, what other flower did I want to add? I'll see the ones that I wanted. So, Cervantes, do you think I should make her hat a bunch of marigolds, or should I not do that? Maybe I'll put them down here at the bottom. I think I might do that. Y003. I'm gonna try the lightest yellow and then build up from there. C. Excuse me. Good thing I'm not drawing it realistic. That'd be so overwhelming for me. And like, they're not gonna be to scale. Should it be to scale? It should. Or not. What does it matter? It's my art. I think I have that here. Maybe I'll work on the final other one version of this when I come back on Thursday. Abuelas. I hear you. I feel like I have to remember to just chill. I'm so used to moving fast because YouTube has always been my thing. Yeah, you know what though? That translates really well to stream. Like that works great on your stream. Your energy, the way like, so you treat streaming like a show, and it is. And that's something I have to remember too, because I'll like start it randomly and too casually without an intro or an outro. I'm just like, hey, I'm doing this. Like, I'm too, I don't, aloof's not the right word. It's just too casual about it. And I need to think a little bit more like, yes, be myself, but at the same time, like, treat it like a show. I mean, it has commercial breaks and everything. It's a show. But anyways, it translates really well. Your energy and you looking at the camera and all that other stuff. It's doing amazing. Like, I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. You're doing amazing. Whatever I do will be great. Thanks, Cervantes, for your support. You're so sweet. I don't know about you all, but excuse me, I think that the pandemic has caused some people, at least what I've noticed on TikTok and the discussions that are happening there, causing people to question their identity, like in all aspects, because you don't have that like societal pressure anymore. You're just stuck at home with your thoughts, or like, I don't know. Who am I as a person? What are my values? What do I like? What's my style? Where do I fit into this world? Add a little bit more color in the center. It doesn't look exactly like it, but that's like the style of illustration I'm doing anyways. It's like an essence of the thing. Then I'm like, should I just do, instead of doing the solid color, should I just do a marigold pattern? Just on her hat and her shirt. I think I like that idea. Because that it makes more sense for me. Even though I'm using her as a reference, it's like I'm putting a little bit of myself into this too. Kind of like mourning, I guess like I can think about it as like you're mourning who you thought you were to transform and become what you are. Does that make sense? No, that protein bar did not hold me over today. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and add the shadows and whatnot in a minute. Just seeing how I like this as a pattern. So Cervantes, what I'm thinking too now, because I wanted to do this like talking about mental health or whatever, like I could do illustrations that are related to the topic I want to talk about that day, or just do my illustrations and talk about them if they're related, like the themes, like this is about growth, transformation, and like healing, grief. Oh yeah, I like the pattern on her shirt. I'm gonna add the shading and then add some more color inside once I'm done doing this. See how it looks. I think I like this. Hopefully I can recreate it. Anyone watching do illustrative work with these markers, these alcohol markers? Just wondering how you sketch out your stuff before you start using the markers. I think I might know what I'm gonna do. Had to switch to mobile, missed some of what you said. Oh, did you leave? The kids go with you? I was saying, I think I don't know if what part you missed or how long you've been listening. But since I wanted to talk about mental health stuff, to do that theme, based off the theme of the illustration. I don't know. Or like come up with themes to talk about and do illustrations that have hints of that in the symbolism. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. Or just casually bring it in when it's applicable. Because creating a schedule makes me feel nervous. Like I need to have content and be like super knowledgeable about it. I just like talking and normalizing it in my own life. And hopefully that inspires people to do the same. I don't know. Does that make sense? I think it's just because I want to create a safe space to talk about that and normalize it, especially since it's something that I struggle with personally, and I think it's a good way to connect with others and make people feel like they're not alone, because it can be very isolating to have those feelings and not have a community to connect to or feel safe in talking about those things. I feel like it's really taboo still to talk about, and it shouldn't be, especially like if people are suffering, they don't have to suffer by themselves. Probably shouldn't be spending so much time on this sketch because it's supposed to be just a sketch, but I kind of just want to see how it turns out, and that way I have like basically it done and I just copy it over. I have a hard time drawing flowers because they're very like intricate and complicated, and I think doing this style works better for me because I'm not trying to be an imposter and pretend I can do things that I can't right now. So we have that. Just C713. Do I have that marker with me? Oh, 713. See, this looks like peach, and it's not. It's orange. That's my complaint about this. And then I was like, maybe I should have just taped the paper or the swatch to this itself. That way I can just pick it up right away and like, oh, this is this color, instead of like having to, I don't know, I'm trying to like figure out how to make this easier. It makes sense. Excuse me. And this work's kind of also trying to connect with my culture, because I've never felt connected in any way. It's embarrassing, but I just don't feel that, and I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's complicated reasons. But I'm trying to do that now. So always think of the Selena quote. And oh boy, Liz, that's why I really liked your t-shirt that you are gonna release. Cause that's kind of how I feel now. But also like that moment in Selena where they were like, oh, we're not Mexican enough for the Mexicans or American enough for the Americans. Like, I felt that. I still feel that. Like, where do I fit in and all of that? I don't think I want to do the colored pencil mixed media on this. I want to do the marker, so I'm gonna have to figure out the colors I need and just block out the main like highlight, mid-tone, shadow colors and see how that works out. All these art supplies I'm learning how to use. Kind of sounds like Totoro or something. Isn't that music? I don't know if anybody watches Totoro. Sounds like when they do the dance outside to make the trees grow. Debating to do that in her hair or not. We'll see. Excuse me, I'm going to hydrate. Oh, Matron Malice! No problem, thanks for the lurk, I appreciate it. This is just a sketch. I'm going to be doing the final thing on Friday. So I'm just trying to figure out placement and pattern and what I want it to look like, and if I wanted to do mixed media, which I don't think I'm going to be doing. I just don't like the texture, how it looks. I'd rather just it all be the marker. I appreciate that. Excuse me, I'm going to step away to hydrate. I have to remember to do that or I'll go like all day without drinking stuff, and that's no good. Okay, I'm back in frame. Abuelas, when we feel like we don't fit in, we can create that space. Kind of what you are doing here on Twitch. Art and mental health. So that's why I now claim de aquí y de allá. We are as much from here as we are from there. It's our beautiful space. That was beautiful. Thank you. It got all emotional. Why are my eyes watering? Yeah, I related to kind of like a lot how you feel because I grew up in like two different areas. I grew up in an area where there's predominantly white people, and then I grew up in an area where there's predominantly like Mexican and black people. So I like never fit in on both sides. I'd come back home and they'd be like, "Why do you talk like a white girl?" And then I'd go up north and I'd get made fun of for being brown and all that stuff. So you never like really like fit in, and now you're finding a lot of people have these feelings, especially like within our age group. So that's good because then it actually creates, like you said, a community of people who also feel this way. So you are included and do have a space. Thanks for letting me think about it that way, because it feels lonely sometimes. Do I want to add Birds of Paradise? I like the colors. It's beautiful. Let's see. I was gonna say, I love how you gave hints of your merch and stuff with the chair. Like, that was brilliant. I was like, I wonder why she has the chair there. And I was like, oh, well, it's like a part of traditional, Mexican decor or whatever. Like, it makes sense. And then I saw your stuff and I was like, oh my goodness. That makes sense. It looks great. I don't know how you got the background. Did you upload your background as a GIF or whatever? Like, how is it animated? You see, you know more than I do about some things. Like, I don't know. I didn't know how to do that. I just knew how to upload the image. And then, like, as I learn little by little, I add things. Like, I add the sub goal or these little characters that are on screen you guys can play with. Like a game. So... yay! Let me figure out which flower I'm gonna use. The orchid. They're very sturdy. Symbolism is love, luxury, and beauty. We can do that maybe. Maybe some in her hair. I kind of want it, like, I don't want to make her pop out from the flowers and nature. I want it to be integrated too, because it's another meaning, layered meaning. You have a lot of stuff too, like the characters and your little girl in the corner. I want that too. Oh, so the little girl I just upload as an image with a transparent background. I forgot what it's called. PNG. I think it's a PNG. I did it in Canva. I don't know if you use Canva, but that's how I've been adding all my graphics and stuff, like on Instagram and everything else. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see, did I want to... I'm just trying to figure out which I want to do next. Mexican honeysuckle, happiness. I can do that. Maybe add it in her hat. I think that might be a good idea. Excuse me. could imagine. Y608. Let's try that. Sure how I want to add these flowers in here. So I'm just trying to plan it out. Very impulsive too. It's good that I'm planning this out, or else I would get started and probably like love part of it and then do something really impulsive and hate it. Maybe I'll add the colors, like if I add flowers that are similar colors, I'll integrate it into her outfit somehow. Let's add some green. Have it coming out more. I have to sketch that. Have it come out. Let's see. Let's do the darker color so I can see it better. Maybe. Let's see. Without this hard line, because it'll be in the foreground. I don't know if I'm going to add that one. Let's see. The Sword Lily. Sympathy and Memories. I'd probably do it down here. Okay, let's find that pink color. Let's do 501. Lady K, hi! Says hello, hey gorgeous, long time, hope all is well. I have no audio since I'm at work, but wanted to drop in. This looks amazing. Thank you, I appreciate it. very similar to the yucca plant, the way it grows out the top, and similar to lavender. A lot of these plants grow similarly on a stalk like that.
At some point, leads you to think about things that aren't true. And that can be a great exercise for adapting to the world.
That's appropriate. This is supposed to be just a chill channel.
Artists help us to recontextualize things, to make connections that we might not otherwise make, and they're not always successful at it, but I think part of that is artists pushing the boundaries of the art itself.
Oh. I see universe giving me a pep talk. Messages are everywhere if you just listen.
Asking the question, what is art and what is music and what are the limits? And we saw it in the Dadaist movement in painting, and we saw a kind of backlash against that with hyper-realism and photorealism. So in terms of evolution, I think we've evolved as a question-asking species.
Talking about Dadaism and everything. Alright, go off. Art history.
And those questions have helped us to do things like harness the power of fire and discover the wheel and have agriculture and decode DNA and discover penicillin and all this stuff. And what you get out of that is music that many people find unlistenable, but it's part of the game.
The process. That was cool. I feel like the more free I am and like trying to control this less, the better it looks for me personally. pretty. It's not often I give myself a compliment. Like, very rarely. I'm probably not going to do this flower here. I don't really like the way that came out. I might leave her hat alone and just have the butterflies there. I might do like 3 or 4 butterflies. We'll see. So I'm going to do that and add the greens. Like a sagey green. G401. Where are you? It's probably going to be a color that looks blue on top. So this sage green I'm looking for looks like this. Does this look like green? It looks like almost white. Oh well. Have to remember to use the sage green for this. Oh no, it's not coming out. Let's see. I'm gonna have to look into art therapy. That's probably like the best thing. Take that approach in a way. Or integrate it in some way. I haven't quite figured it out yet. The model I'm gonna be using. I didn't do the outlines, that's why it looks different too. See, I'm forgetting stuff. I might not want it here though. Those flowers came out pretty. I would love to do some art therapy and paint along with you, but easy stuff. Yes, I agree. Easy stuff for me too. Like, I'm nervous, even though I did used to be an art teacher. I don't think I taught well. I guided. I let the kids do their own thing, and I would guide them and push them a little bit how to make it better. I would never like, this is how you do this. Like, if they asked certain techniques or things about materials, I would help them, like different mediums and stuff like that. but it's more in photography to get them to think about symbolism in their imagery and about shadows and highlights and technical stuff. And then I let them have all the creative freedom. So there's that. The music syncs real nice. Yeah, it's from Pretzel Rocks. I mean, obviously, they've been putting it up there. I mean, I guess I could talk to maybe about like different symbolism in art or something like that, and we can have like just create together. I don't know. I think because I don't feel confident in any one medium. I like experimenting. So I'm not sure how I would do that. Like, I don't mind doing that. That's actually a really good idea. I just have to figure out like what I'm doing. I'm seeing if I want to add this outline or not. I haven't decided. So I'm just doing the very outskirts of it, not inside. We'll see. I'm not sure the approach I want to take with this just yet. Just trying different stuff. Then on Thursday, if I figure out what I'm doing by then, I'll work on the final piece. I think I like the outline. It goes well with everything. No, I didn't pick a Latin inspired. 1 point perspective is always an easy lesson to teach. Yeah, but if we're doing, Cervantes, if we're doing it in terms of like art therapy and symbolism and stuff, like, how would you do that? You know? Maybe like watercolor, since I feel more comfortable with that. I'm not sure. I have to think about that. That's a lot longer than a stream to think about. I do too much thinking. So I like to explore my options. Are you back now, Cervantes? Yeah, I think I like the outline better. What do you think? The outline look better, Cervantes? Oh, but on Pretzel Rocks? No, it was just like chill. I think it said chill music or something like that. Oh yeah, I'm towards the end. I'm gonna do one more thing and then get off soon. Because my body knows when it's been 2 hours. It's my like absolute limit. I added the Belize sage. The yucca. Do I want to add birds of paradise? Do it up here. Kind of want to add like more greenery too. No, driving. Oh. Are they here or there? Well, anyways, I think that's a good place to stop. I'm gonna be adding more flowers. Outlines in the pink flowers. Cause oh, I see. Cause I'm trying to do light out, like just outlines, like purely outlines, not. Let's see. Let's try it, Cervantes, and see if it doesn't look good. Then I'm not gonna do it. Thanks for your suggestions. Well, it sounds like one of them is here. Doesn't look too bad. Either way, right? There, you like it better? Oh, okay. Alright. Well, thanks for tuning in today. Thursday, I'll work on a final piece. The composition might be a little different, but the idea will basically be the same. So I appreciate that. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to love yourself and everybody else. Bye.